Sit back and listen to this extremely interesting story.
This is my first story. Please read and give me feedback. I have great ideas for future stories and extensions for this one, but I do think my writing needs a lot more improvement. Also read till the end for a twist. It was a hot summer July afternoon. The sun was shining in its full glory. Jennifer had just finished lunch. It was a club sandwich at the closest cafe from her office. She tipped the waiter and was off to work again. Walking the few meters in the sun, thank God it's Friday, was the only thought that gave Jennifer hope. The workday had started with an argument with her boss, Tanya. They just couldn't come up to an agreement as to where the direction of the team needs to go. Jennifer, being new to the team and directly reporting to the director, had loads on her plate, and she had reservations about how the finances of the team were allocated. Jennifer also felt that this place can use a lot of modification, and from Tanya's POV things have been working fine from the last 5 years. Why change? Why change? Thought Jennifer. We all need growth. Was the argument Jennifer made, but at the same time Jennifer didn't want to hurt Tanya's ego so early in her tenure. When the day couldn't get worse for Tanya, her husband Matt dropped a message to Jennifer which infuriated her. Hey Jen, sorry, but I need to fly to Copenhagen urgently today with the board. I will see you on Wednesday. I will call you, miss you, the text read. It wasn't the context of the text that infuriated her, but the frequency of these trips. She understands that he is on the board of a multi-million-dollar hedge fund, but these trips had started to bother her. They had been married for 3 years now. Initially, the lifestyle was lavish and fun for Jennifer, coming from a middle-class family. She was ambitious too, and she was ready to take a break for him after marriage, and it's only now that she had restarted her career. Earlier, it was easy to travel with him, but now after getting this job, they hardly could spend time together. Frustrated, Jennifer entered the office and James from admin gave a big smile to her. Jennifer smiled back. He is extremely nice, thought Jennifer. She was never interested in him, but he was cute and in his late 20s like herself. Someone her age in the office at least. Jennifer sat back, prepared herself, and got right back at work. Soon it was 4 p.m., and it is enough, thought Jennifer. She called Matt. The first thing. Hey Jen, sorry, I have to take this trip again, but you know how it is, said Matt. Yeah, I do, so when is your flight? Asked Jennifer. At 8:30 p.m. We have to catch it from New York, so we are heading there now. New York was 2 hours away from the suburban center where Jennifer lived. All right, take care. I will head home and probably watch Netflix. I will be fine, replied Jennifer. They exchanged goodbyes and Jennifer drove home. Jennifer felt the need of getting some of her frustration out. Mandy, one of her BFF, was not in town, so she chose to call Maria to catch a few drinks. Maria was a Latin woman married with a 6-year-old son, and she was in college with Jennifer. Ever since the kid, their interactions became less, but with hope, Jennifer called her and asked for a drink at the city center. Hey, well, Sean is home today, and he did something bad, and he is apologizing to me, so I can pin the baby to daddy tonight and catch up with you, girl. Maria had said excitingly. Jennifer was very happy, took a quick nap, and started to get ready. First, it's time to take a shower and then choose a dress. Jennifer's mind has always worked with pointers. She began to notice herself in her soul. Since she started working, she has less time for herself. She liked to pamper herself. She began to admire herself in the mirror at the end of the shower. She carefully considered every detail. Jennifer had always been petite, but she noticed that she was starting to have curves now, which she really liked. Some parts of her got a little bigger, which always gave her mischievous thoughts and an evil smile on her face. Matt had always been a good man to her. She liked the new changes in her body, which made her feel more mature and confident. She had luxuriant red hair and a slender face, but there were obviously tiny signs of wisdom as well. She chose a black dress for the night. The dress was tight, hugging her figure well. After the dress was the makeup. She wore red lipstick, but kept other stuff to the minimum. She was glowing anyways. That thought made her giggle. She wore a silver bracelet that Matt had bought her from Amsterdam and finished her touch-up with a slender, beautiful necklace which went well with her dress. After the day she needed to feel better, and dolling her up made her so much better. She was also meeting Maria after ages, it felt, and it was exciting. Add some alcohol in the mix, she was ready for a great night out with her friend. Some gossip, alcohol, and some more unleashing of her frustration. Maria texted her, I am reaching Club 16 in 15 minutes. I am driving. Do you want me to pick you up? Jennifer sighed and replied, why are you driving? We will be drinking. Jen, I can't drink more than 2. Sorry, remember I have a kid. I will come pick you up anyway. Maria said. Jen replied, okay, waiting for you. Come soon. You are dropping me home as well as I am not going to stop on the alcohol today. I desperately need it. As she waited for Maria to arrive, Jen rolled a joint, a good fat blunt, but she thought she will smoke it later. She didn't want to mellow down just yet. Maybe after some alcohol, she thought. Maria arrived and she honked and out came Jen. They hugged. Jennifer couldn't contain her happiness at seeing her friend. Soon they drove off and reached Club 16. It was quite busy even for a Friday night. It was tough for them to find a place to sit down, but they found a quiet corner not too far away from the dance floor. Looking around, they saw that the crowd boasted of college kids. They can see a couple of college folks making out in a dark corner, but they weren't bothered about it. After ordering their first drinks and sitting down, Maria lit up a smoke and signed, smoke after ages. So tell me, Jen, what's up? Matt traveling again. Give it to me too. I need it today. Well, yes, he was traveling. I thought I really needed him today and was looking forward to spending time with him, but he had to run away on short notice. To be honest, I don't mind traveling, just a little understanding would be good. Actually, I'm not angry with him, I'm angry with my boss. Tanya can be nasty and a control freak. Jen talked about her work for a while longer, and in that short time she finished her first drink and the smoke that Maria handed her without even returning it. Maria didn't say anything, but carefully Jennifer listened and lit another cigarette. When Jen finished her words, Maria reached out and patted her shoulder and said, "You seem to be a little mad at Matt too. You should have spent time with someone tonight, which you won't." Jennifer thought to herself for a moment and finally said, "Didn't think like that, but maybe you are right, I needed that. You know me more than I know myself." With a pause, "Hey, finish up and I will get refills." "No, you go ahead, get one. I will be on this one for some time and I just miss these smokes," Maria retorted. Maria got out of her chair and was moving towards the bar when she noticed two college guys, a bit of rugged handsomeness in both, eyeing her from top to bottom. She walked away as she didn't even notice them, but in her head, she was smiling. She still had it. After ordering, she was returning to her seat. This time she made eye contact with both the guys, and one of them said, "A single lady would like some company, ma'am." "I am not alone with a friend, but thank you," she replied. "That makes two single ladies and two of us." The other guy said, winking, "We both are married and you two are quite young for our liking." Jennifer smiled back and didn't stop for a reply and went straight to Maria. They started talking and chatting again. An hour had passed already since they were here. Jennifer said, "Now I need another one and you are getting your second but last one." Maria muttered hesitantly, "Okay, but girl, you are drinking like a fish. It's my last okay, and then we can head out." Jennifer returned soon, and she remembered she hadn't asked Maria about Sean, and what did he do? "Maria, sorry, I have been so busy with my stuff today. Tell me about you, and what did Sean do?" "Oh, nothing really. He got drunk and puked all over at his friend's party, and he came home on two arms with his friends carrying him. So he is getting punished for that," Maria said dismissingly and took a gulp of her drink. As Jennifer was going to ask for more details, they were disturbed by a 20-year-old college kid. He was black and handsome and was around 6 feet in height. "Hello, are you Jennifer Butler from Grayson Street?" the kid asked. Jennifer seemed confused. She said, "Yes, but now I am Jennifer Jenkins, who is asking." The kid did indeed seem familiar. "I am Jamie Hill. Joy, you would remember me by. You used to babysit my little sister and me," Joy replied. Some fond memories passed her mind before she replied, "Oh, you are Joy. You are all grown now. It must have been more than a decade that I used to babysit you guys. How's Mr. Hill?" Jennifer inquired enthusiastically. "He is all good, still living in the old house. I was just here and thought I recognized you and would say hi," Joy mentioned. "That's great you chose say hi. Meet my friend Maria, and Maria, this is Joy. Like you know already, he was the son of my dad's friend, and I babysat him sometimes when I was a sophomore." Jennifer introduced them. "Hi, Joy, you are a handsome young man. Who are you partying with here?" Maria inquired. "Nice to meet you, ma'am. I am with my college friends. We are just celebrating the end of our semester," Joy said. "Such a gentleman. Call me Maria. Have a seat for a drink. Join us." Maria smiled at him. "I see you ladies are almost done with your drinks. I will get one for you as well," Joy said. "Please not for me. I am driving. Get one for Jennifer. She really needs it," Maria mentioned hesitantly. Right away, Joy went and came back with a drink for him and for Jennifer. "What course are you pursuing, Joy, and how is little Janet?" Jennifer asked. "I am studying literature and philosophy, and Janet is doing great. She is in school," Joy mentioned. With all the talks, another hour had gone by, and Jennifer had started to feel quite drunk by now. "Hey, Jen, it's time to leave now. I need to get home," Maria said. Jennifer, after talking with Joy, was enjoying herself and had forgotten everything that had happened today. Inside her, she was reluctant to leave. Before Jennifer could say anything, Joy jumped in. "Oh, not so soon. It's only 10 p.m. "We are old," Maria retorted, laughing. "Have kids and husbands." Joy looked a bit disappointed but still protested. "You don't have work tomorrow. It's Friday." He had a point, but Maria wasn't having it. Jennifer reluctantly got up to leave. She hugged Joy and started to leave. Something was different about tonight, and Jennifer was getting tipsy and didn't want to leave. So as she and Maria were heading to the door, she caught hold of Maria and said, "Maria, please stay back with me for a bit more. I really need to let loose, and I am just starting to forget my day." Jennifer pleaded, "Jen, you know I need to get back, and now I am in a hurry. The kid won't sleep without me. You know Joy here. Drink a bit more and take a cab, but text me when you get home and stay safe," Maria replied. With that, Maria was gone. Jennifer felt a bit odd. Never had Maria been in such a rush. Maybe kids change you, Jennifer thought. You stayed back. Joy was overjoyed when he saw Jennifer returning. "Shots," shouted one guy, and within a minute everyone had a shot glass in their hands. Jennifer felt weird with people so much younger than her. She also felt young again, and without a hint of guilt gulped down her shot. Jennifer started dancing on the dance floor without any inhibitions, and she was moving herself around. Her eyes were closed, and she was really letting it loose. As soon she came back to her senses, she opened her eyes, and she saw herself surrounded by a swarm of guys, and a few girls all dancing around her, and maybe a few guys trying to get near her. She saw the boy and thought he was doing well, so she went into his arms and danced with him. The guy was happy and started touching her. She danced with him some more, and when his hands began to slide harder over her, she slapped his arm and walked away. She was enjoying herself, enjoying the occasional company and attention, and she was happy that she was in control of her drinking, or so she thought. She saw Joy from the corner of her eye. He was looking at her and laughing. As she went to him, he asked, "More shots?" "No," was the answer. "I need my joint." Jennifer muttered. Joy was surprised and mentioned, "You are the envy of all the women here. Jason there had a time of his life when you danced with him." Jennifer laughed it off and started looking for her joint, and the realization that she forgot it at home made her cringe. "Damn, I left it at home," Jennifer cursed. A new side of herself was coming out now. A wilder side which she thought she had forgotten. At the same time, she saw a text from Matt, boarded the flight, another one from Maria Reed, reached home, be safe girl. Then Jennifer saw the time. It was 11:30. She had been on the dance floor for more than an hour. The sudden realization of time and her joint made her want to go home. "Joy, it was lovely meeting you. Give me your number. Be in touch," Jennifer said. "Sure, here it is. And how are you going home?" Joy asked. "I am calling a cab." Jennifer replied, "No way. I have my car here and I just had that one drink with you, so I am fine," Joy said. Jennifer thought for a bit and then in a haze replied, "Sure, take me home," with a bright smile. As soon as they got in the car, Jennifer shouted, "Blast the music." Joy started laughing. "Oh, Mrs. Jenkins, you are drunk." "Yes, I am. I am extremely frustrated today. I need this and now I need my joint." Jennifer kept on babbling as they drove off. Her house was a 5-minute drive from the club. Jennifer's loose sense of directions at that time took them 10 minutes. As they reached home, Jennifer got out and said, "Come have a joint with me." Joy was taken aback but could not pass on the offer. They entered the house and into the living room, and there on the table lay the lighter and the joint that Jennifer had prepared. "There you are. See, I forgot it here." Jennifer then took Joy by the hand into the backyard and gave him the lighter to blaze. As he blazed it and smoked some good stuff he mentioned, Jennifer winked and kept on smoking with him. As they were finishing the joint, an awkward silence took place with only the sounds of a cricket in the background. "It's so peaceful here," Joy said. "Yeah," saying that Jennifer turned and bent over to pick a few flowers laying outside. At this time, everything changed. Joy couldn't resist. He lightly touched Jennifer. Jennifer was still busy with the flowers. Joy touched her again, this time with both hands. This time Jennifer noticed, and she was surprised. She stood up and looked at him. "What are you doing?" Joy was horrified. "I didn't want a joint. I am married." "I know you are, but I've always had a crush on you. It broke my heart when I caught you making out with your boyfriend when you were at my house all those years ago. It broke my heart again when you chose Jason for the dance." "Like what?" Jennifer raised her voice. "You don't know how beautiful you are. My friends are betting on who will get to ask you, but when I saw it was you, I just wanted to go." Saying that, Joy stepped forward. Jennifer was terrified at this point. She didn't know what to do. Her drunken state and now the joint, it was hard for her to think straight. Joy took another step, grabbed Jennifer, and started kissing her. Jennifer just let it happen. Joey pushed her to the back door and began sliding his hands over her. Jennifer's hands had been still until this moment. Joy then continued to kiss her. At this point, Jennifer couldn't take it anymore. Joy was 6 feet tall, black and beautiful, while she was only 5 feet 4 inches. She couldn't communicate with him, but another thought crossed her mind. She wanted to communicate with him, but was it so wrong? The understatement was wrong, but did she want him? The taboo made her a little weird, and she realized she gave him all the signals. Left Maria. He dumped her, and she asked him to come when her husband was out of town, which Joy knew too. Jennifer began to enjoy the kisses and then put her hands on top of him. They both started kissing again. The kisses were extremely pleasurable. She moaned a slight feel of pleasure, and then she pushed him away. They looked at each other, Jennifer smiling wickedly, Joy only thinking, I am going to get so lucky tonight. She winked and led him through the door. As she entered the living room again, her heart was racing. Joy locked the door behind him. This is so wrong. Jennifer muttered, I do not care. Joy grabbed her from behind. Jennifer thought that only this poor child knew. Joy hugged her tightly from behind, sniffed her hair, and kissed the back of her head. Jennifer loved it. Now she was going all in. She came back and started undressing Joey, started touching him, so well built I could feel all his muscles. How she likes them, she thought. She got down and began to please Joy. At this point, Joy had had enough. He pulled her up and said, Take me to the bed. That's your job. Joy took Jennifer in both hands and began to carry her. She put her arms around him and kissed him. The door is on the right. There's the guest room. Take me there. No, I want to spend time in your husband's bed. Joy replied, kissing her back. She didn't know why, but it made her worry even more. Yes, take me to your bed, she thought. She got mad at Matt and pointed upstairs. Joey carried her upstairs, and she was so impressed with his strength, and when they got to the bed, Joey threw her on the bed and started making fun of her. Oh my. Oh, that was all Jennifer could mutter. Joy was working her magic, and she was in the pleasure zone. Jennifer didn't realize how tightly she was clinging to him, and she didn't want him to stop at all. Ting, ting. The phone had some notifications. Jennifer kept moaning and reached for the phone. It was Maria, and it read home yet. She only answered yes and threw the phone aside again, but this time she came back and they were pleasuring each other. Jennifer thought this guy knew his stuff. She was trying to think of the last time someone had done her so well. Joy enjoyed herself. Jennifer could feel him getting a little lethargic, but he was still willing to talk. Joy was a little embarrassed. Sorry, Mrs. Jenkins, I got too excited. Joy muttered. We've only just begun. Jen laughed, but then reassured him. I've come to get high from you many times before. Jennifer looked at him with a naughty look. Go get clean downstairs and bring some alcohol as well. Jennifer commanded. She felt powerful with all the booze and intense pleasure she has just experienced, but she knew she wanted more. He can be my boy toy, she thought. As Joy was going down, she shouted, roll a joint as well. Joy sighed yes and left. Jennifer, with much difficulty, got out of bed and went to her bathroom and saw her face in the mirror, and all she could think is this is so wrong, but she is loving every bit of it. Jennifer was still wearing her black dress. It was rolled up till her stomach, which was a bit odd, she thought. She decided to change into her best clothes. She opened her wardrobe and saw a pink outfit that Matt loved and decided to wear it before Joy got back. She lay in bed, her head spinning, but her night was not over. Soon Joy came back all dressed up. Oh my, Joy muttered. We're not done yet. How do I look? Gorgeous. You are a goddess. Joy replied. Make me feel like one. Pour me a drink and give me the joint. Jennifer was getting cockier and more demanding. She was enjoying this wild side she exhibited. I need more time, Joy said. You have good skills. When Jennifer said these words, she pointed to herself, inviting him. Joey gulped down his drink and quickly undressed. Jennifer sipped her drink and continued to drink while Joey started pleasuring her again. Go slow this time, she commanded her puppy again. Jennifer finished her drink and lit up the joint that Joy had brought her and started smoking it, enjoying the way it worked. She was a queen. Ting. Ting, the phone rang again. It was Maria again. You all right? Are you home? Jennifer didn't bother, and then she saw a message from Matt. Love you. Always in my thoughts. Jennifer laughed and threw the phone away. You ready again? Oh yeah, Joy said with a smile. Jennifer was happy that Joey was back in his groove. He pulled her up and began to put on the protection. Today without protection, she demanded again. You are so bad. They started spending time together, and Jennifer just moaned so hard it was more than she expected. Joy was slow. Just an hour ago, Jennifer would never have thought that she would be spending time with another guy. She got a pleasure she hadn't had in a long time. She thought that money can't buy them. The intensity was high. Jennifer and Joy then switched positions. "Does your husband spend the same time with you, Mrs. Jenkins?" Joy asked mischievously. "No, oh God, no. Be with me as I wish." Jennifer was saying things she couldn't even think about. There was a rough conversation for several minutes. She literally had tears in her eyes at that moment. "I complete again." Joey cried out as he pleasured inside Jennifer, and she felt it. With that, she fell on him and dozed off. Jennifer's eyes opened and her head was spinning, and she saw this handsome black guy lying beside her. For a moment, she didn't know where she was, and then it struck her what she had done the night previous. Joy was still fast asleep. She saw the time. It was almost 10. She picked her phone and saw 8 missed calls from Maria and 3 missed calls from Matt and various messages from Maria worried about her. She replied back to her immediately and made excuses. She replied a reluctant "love you too" to Matt and told him that she wasn't feeling great, so had slept longer. Jennifer was a goddess last night, but she was panicking a bit on what she had done. She enjoyed it for sure, but still her heart was racing as she sipped her coffee. Soon Joy woke up and came down all dressed up. "You are a legend, Mrs. Jenkins." Joy smirked. "Call me Jen." Jennifer protested. "Are you all right?" Joy asked. "Not so much." "I thought you had a great time last night, Jen." Joy smirked again. "Is it the alcohol? Don't worry, your husband will never know." Joy winked. "It will be our secret. I should get going, though. Have to meet Dad and Janet today for lunch. It is a Saturday afternoon tradition ever since Mom and him divorced." Joy came and kissed Jennifer. She did reluctantly kiss him, and Joy went for the door. Joy, "Yes." Joy turning back, smiling. "I need to confess something." Jennifer hesitated. "I think it's only fair you know since we hooked up last night." "What?" Joy grew a bit worried. "I know you are married, but else can it be? The reason your parents divorced is that your mom caught me and your dad together." Jennifer said this and sighed. Joey was shocked by this revelation and simply shouted an obscenity and slammed the door behind him. Jennifer felt a strange bit of relief and went to roll a joint.
Subscribe to our channel so that your second C, Gaff doesn't cheat on you, and go ahead and listen to the next story. Because this story is nothing compared to the next one. If you're under 18, don't even think about listening to the next one.